All right, guys, so this is the last video in the series of putting an object behind an element. In this case, we're going to use a absolutely positioned div, and with that div, we're going to use a clip mask to animate that. We're going to use this animation frame, the same as we did with the borders on the first video. So let's get started. So the first thing we do again, on our block, we just want to make sure on our block we have our layout set to being a relative position with a isolation set to isolate. We're then going to add a div. I'm going to call this my BG decoration. Okay, and on my BG decoration for the moment, I'm just going to give it a background color. You could stick an image in here if you want to. I'm just going to give it a background color for now. In fact, no, I'm not. I'm going to select an image. So I'll do the same image I used in my last video. So we've got a background image there. We're going to set it to be, where's our settings here for it? Background size to cover. It is by default. We're just going to make sure it's on cover. Okay, now I'm going to head over to this benefeely.com/Clippy. If you just look for Clippy clip path generator, you'll find it. We're going to select a octagon as our base clip path here. Okay, so if I grab that clip path, go back to my shapes here, and what I'm going to do now is go to the CSS tab. I'm going to then add my clip path to that div there, and that you can see the octagon applied to it. Now what we want to do is position it. So you can do it from CSS here, or you can just use the UI. I'm just going to use the UI. So in here, we're going to set that to be absolute position. And we're going to set a Z index of -1. In this particular case, what we're going to do is position it a little bit differently because of the way the box model works. So we're going to set the top to -30 pixels. We're going to set the left to -30 pixels. And then to get the right width and height, we need to use a calculation. So what we have to do for our width is we do the calc 100% plus 30, actually 60, because we need double. Okay, that's our width. And then we need to do the same for the height. Okay, so what we're saying is 100% of the box model. Oh, sorry, we're not getting the, oh, that's a common problem. See, it's actually only going to 100%. If you look at the box here, we're going 30% pixels to the left, but it's not going wide enough. And the reason for that is because of the bricks defaults on your div, which isn't a favorite feature of mine, and that is your max width and max height. So we're going to undo that. So we're going to set that to unset. So we can now extend, so either side of that, and same with the max height. Just make sure that's not set. I don't think it is actually. Unset. I think it's just the max width that brick set. And there we go. So we got an octagon in the background just by getting a div, placing it absolutely inside our box, and then just setting our width and our height and our left and our top to position it. Right now, the other cool thing with doing this is that you can now manipulate that and animate it. So let's have a look at that. So in Clippy, and there's one little caveat here. If you're going to, unless you're using a JavaScript library for this kind of thing, your clip paths have to have exactly the same number of nodes in the same order. Otherwise, the animation just will not work properly. It's the same with SVGs. So coming back to our same shape here, let's just, maybe we'll move these out a bit. So we're going to go to there. Maybe I'm just on these ones. Move those. You can, once you get these in place, you can actually go and change these values here to make them exact. And maybe we'll move that in. We're just changing our shape a little bit. Okay, so we changed the shape to that. And now I've got a different clip path. Okay, I'm going to grab that clip path. Come back to my builder, go into my CSS, And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a keyframes to animate clip. We're going to go from 0%. And I'll just paste the new shape in there. We're going to go to 50%. I'll use the old one and then I'll go 100%. And I'll grab my center shape from there, take it out of there, put it in there. So basically, I messed up this. We want to put our new shape at the 0% and the 100%, our old shape in the center. And then we're just going to animate this. Animation, and I'll copy and paste so I don't do a typo. Animate clip path over, say, 15 seconds. We want it to be infinite and ease. Okay, you can see our shape changing there now. So if I save that, look at the front end. There we go. So we've got our shape animating in the background using a clip path. And all we've done is use this Clippy path generator to generate our clip path. So there's the last I'm going to get. There are other ways. You can use SVGs, you can use blobs and blur them, and you can do all sorts of things in here. I think I'm going to end this series here because I have 3 videos on different ways of adding background decorations is enough. But there you go. So very, very simple. I'm going to leave it here. If you like this, hit the subscribe, hit the like. Thanks, guys.